Hello, you beautiful lot, and welcome back to the Healthy You Reset Week 4. I'm taking you on a little walk with me today because I thought, why not get my steps in, chat to you lot? What a bloody privilege! So I'm out here, and this is actually the only movement I've been able to do recently because I'm still recovering from my multitude of bloody illnesses at the moment. And I found out recently that I actually had a parasite. What the hell? Ooh, oh my god, that is disgusting. Apparently it's from swimming pools. So when I was on one of my holidays this year, which I've only been to two, South Africa and the Maldives, both stunning, but I was like a little kid and went into the pool. And when I say go into the pool, I don't just like dip my toe and look all cute on the side, get a little photo. I dive in, I go underwater. I'm doing laps underwater to see how many laps I can get holding my breath, because apparently I'm still a child and that's how you get parasites. So yeah, beware of swimming pools. Anyway, haven't been thriving, but that's okay because we keep smiling. When we're not thriving, we keep smiling. That's my motto at the moment. And today we are in week 4 and we're talking all about movement. I'm just going to cross the railway. It's actually crazy that you can still cross a railway like this. Anyway, one second, we survived. Today's about movement. And I get lots of questions from you lot about movement. What's the best type of movement to do for women, supporting our hormones? What's the perfect split? What's your split? So this video is all about that. The first thing I want to say is that everybody is different. You can hear me saying that a lot in this video, but it's truth. We are all different, we all need different things, our bodies respond differently, hormones, genetics, lifestyle, all of it. But I'm gonna give you as much advice as I can from a personal perspective and science and studies, of course, to help you create your own perfect workout structure and get the results you've been dreaming of your whole life, baby girl. First of all though, can I just show you the lake? This lake is my piece of calm. And this is the movement I do every day without negotiation, my daily dose of nature. This is where I come most days and just breathe. Two little swans out there, can you see them? These houses along the lake, I'm sorry, but like that is goals. I'm manifesting living there one day. And I do a lovely big loop all around the lake, all the way up to the town. It is just so peaceful. Okay guys, let's get into the juicy stuff. We've all heard of the term exercise, right? But it's not about pushing ourselves to the absolute limit with some kind of grueling exercise movement program every single day. Because let me tell you, nobody can sustain that and nobody can maintain that. And especially as women, our hormonal balance is so sensitive. And if we don't listen to it, we will crash and burn, baby. I am living proof of that. We don't want to burn out. We don't want overtraining. We don't want to not listen to our body's natural signals. Our body is clever. It tells us when it needs rest and when it needs to change up its routine. So listen to that. What we need is a day-to-day sustainable movement schedule that slots into our life seamlessly. Research shows that 30 minutes of movement a day, and when I say movement, moderate movement, nothing crazy, grueling, CrossFit style, burpees to the floor, tuck jumps to the sky kind of workouts, moderate exercise is enough to support hormonal levels, improve your mood, and support your energy levels, even increase your energy levels. So 30 minutes of sustainable movement that you love every day. That's what we need to find here today. And the key to real results and long-term success isn't about the intensity. It's not about how much you move. It's about finding movement and activities that you love. If you love it, you maintain it. If you can maintain it, you can sustain it for a long period of time. And if you can sustain it, you're gonna get results. You're gonna reap the rewards and the benefits for your old woman body, as I like to call it. You are literally banking a healthy heart, healthy lungs, bone density, strong muscles, all of these incredible things into your wellness health pot, like your pension pot of health that the future you can use. Some days you might think, well, that 15-minute walk or that 20-minute workout was a bit pointless. It's not. If you are doing that consistently, you're adding these little health tokens into your piggy bank that you can then gain access to later in life and again, reap the rewards. So this consistent, moderately intense exercise can regulate your cortisol levels, so your stress response, can boost serotonin, those happy hormones, support your hormone balance, and just your overall mood. So what I'm going to challenge you guys to do for the next couple of weeks is do 30 minutes of movement a day. And that can be broken up. If some days it's too hard to get 30 minutes in one block, break it up into a 10-minute walk to the bus station or a 15-minute dog walk in the morning and then a 20-minute online workout in the evening. You can break it up however you want, but try to aim for that 30 minutes. At the moment, I am not training how I usually train because actually I've been listening to my body signals for once and I'm just, my body's saying, no, you need to calm, you need to down regulate. So I'm going for a daily 30-minute walk every single morning. And rather than getting annoyed at myself and thinking, but I need to do a workout as well and fit some workouts into my week, All I'm saying is, as long as I hit my 30 minutes every day, it is a successful week for me in terms of my walking. And I'm just focusing on that on the goal at the moment until I feel ready to start increasing or changing things up. So everyone is trying to find 30 minutes this week, every day, to move in some capacity. And please share what you do in the comments. I'd love to hear. Something I really want to touch on, if you are doing steps like me daily, is the biggest myth in the fitness industry, that we have to do 10,000 steps a day for it to be beneficial and to kind of hit that magic number. That magic number is a made-up number. Okay? It's actually a result of a Japanese marketing campaign in the 1960s, I think. They'd created this pedometer and the campaign was around hitting 10,000 steps a day. And that just caught on as this kind of magic number to try and hit. Of course, it's amazing. It encouraged more people to walk, and that's obviously super beneficial. If you can walk 10,000 steps a day, then incredible. But most people can't. I can't. I am an active person, and most of the time I'm on my feet and I'm doing things, and I sometimes can't hit 10,000. So for people that are desk bound or have children or other responsibilities, you must be thinking, how the hell are these people hitting 10,000, sometimes 20,000 steps a day? The truth is, it doesn't matter if it's 10,000, 15,000, 27,000, okay? What matters is going out consistently every day. Being in natural sunlight, fresh air, moving your body, that low intensity movement. If you can, nature, if you live in a city, I get it, it's tough. If you hit, say, 3,000 steps every day, like on your lunch break or to and from work, you are improving your health for your older self. So my challenge to you this week is, if your 30 minutes doesn't include your walking, for me it does, if it doesn't, you're doing workouts as well, try and go for a 10 or 15-minute walk every single day. Just wanted to quickly show you guys 3 things I'm loving right now. So obviously I'm on my matcha hype, as you guys know. I'm still not loving it, but I'm learning to love it. This is the matcha I'm having. Matcha and Co. Matcha and Co. Also a ceremonial brew, which apparently is the creme de la creme. I'm having this every morning. This is delicious. It's a advanced collagen formula. Sounds very wellnessy, but it's by Pura Collagen, and it's chocolate and salted caramel flavor. I had this as an evening drink, and oh my god, it's delicious. Again, rather than my over-processed hot chocolate, which I love in the evening, this is the perfect sweet treat. And if I don't have that, I have this, which is a bit more cacao-y, a bit more like earthy chocolate, if you know what I mean, and it's by Ancient and Brave cacao and collagen. But like, to get collagen in my evening drink is just like a winner for me, because I want to be a glowing queen. Okay, so now we know we don't have to push ourselves to the absolute limits to get results and see progress as a woman. Let's talk about the best kinds of movement to support our health and hormones as women. We want progress, but we also want balance, and we want types of movement that are not going to cause chaos to our hormones. Because when I was overtraining, when I was doing too much HIIT, when I wasn't recovering enough, when I wasn't doing enough low impact or low intensity exercise, I was inflamed. My body honestly was like so inflamed. I could see it. I was puffy, I struggled to sleep, I struggled to switch off, I wasn't getting results, I looked the same even though I was training so hard. And it was because my body was in this state of stress constantly, fight or flight, and I needed to down regulate and find a good balance of training. So let's break it down. Let's start with walking. I know it sounds silly, but guys, it is like the most incredible form of movement that we can all do for free anytime we want to, and is amazing for our health. It's gentle on our joints, it supports cardiovascular health, helps regulate blood sugar balance, which is critical for our hormones. After a meal, going for a short walk is amazing for supporting that and supporting digestion. A study from the American Heart Association showed that 30 minutes of walking a day can lower your risk of cardiovascular disease and improve hormonal health. So ladies, we should be walking. Go for a walk, listen to your favorite podcast, call a friend, meet a girlfriend and go for a walk. I adore my walks. For mental health as well, they are like the best medicine. Number 2 is strength training, something that I am obsessed with and seen the best results from. But unfortunately, because of the media and because of just, traditional views, strength training has been shied away from by many women in the fear of us becoming bulky. Let me break it down for you. We will not become bulky. Genetically, we are not predisposition to get bulky like men are, because we don't have as much testosterone and other hormones within our body. What we do want to do strength training for is to improve our overall body composition, our muscle mass, which is incredible for supporting all areas of health. Especially as we age, we should be strength training. And many women I see when they age think, oh, I'm just going to take it slower. I'm just going to go and be like a Pilates princess. Like Pilates, I'm not bashing it. Go and do your Pilates, but you have to strength train alongside it, in my opinion. There is no point just doing Pilates 5 times a week. It's amazing for core alignment, flexibility, but you are not lifting weights. You are just pushing your body weight. You are not pushing any more resistance. With strength training, you're actually lifting weights, and that is causing the muscle to be working harder. It's causing the muscle to tear and then repair and then grow and then get stronger and support your joints. It's incredible for reducing stress and helping you to manage your cortisol levels and your metabolism, which again, many women want to pay special attention to as we age. So ideally, if you can do 2 to 3 strength sessions a week, you are hitting the sweet spot. Please try and go heavy. Don't be scared of going heavy. Like I said, you're not going to get bulky. If you are doing strength training, creatine is amazing to supplement with. Make sure you consult with your doctor. But one of the most studied supplements, I've spoken about it in a previous video, for me it's been incredible in terms of definition, in terms of recovery and performance. HIIT training is amazing. High intensity interval training, really important for your cardiovascular system and your heart health, but to be done in moderation, especially for women. I always find, where's my partner, my male partner, he can do crazy HIIT sessions, conditioning sessions multiple times a week and not be phased by it. Whereas I will get super fatigued, I will burn out, my body does not respond well to that anymore. So for me, 1 to 2 max HIIT sessions a week. And when I say HIIT, it's anything where it's short periods of work and short periods of rest. Also conditioning sessions where you're doing big blocks of like high energy work. Just be mindful that you need to ensure your body can recover from those well. The third type of movement to prioritize as a woman is your lower impact, lower intensity type of movement that's not walking. Things like yoga, Pilates, mobility, stretching. These are amazing for your flexibility, your core strength, especially pelvic floor for women, really important. A lot of Pilates classes will incorporate that in, which is amazing to understand and learn about. And all of these types of movements just help to lower inflammation. It's less stress within the body, so it's a really nice way to like balance out the different types of movement. So let's say a perfect week. Again, this is different for everyone. This depends on your availability, your time, your body, all of it. But for me, the perfect split would be I would do my strength training 3 times a week at least. For me, I love a HIIT session. I love to start the week with like a lot of energy. And I love a short HIIT session. You don't need longer than 30 minutes to get the results. So I'll do a 30-minute HIIT session on a Monday. Tuesday will be like a lower body strength session. Wednesday will usually be like a lower impact style session, like a Pilates or stretching mobility. Thursday, sometimes rest day. Maybe it'll be a run or some kind of mobility. Friday will again be strength or a conditioning session. Saturday will be like a full body strength. I usually do a lower body, upper body, and a full body. For me, that split works well. And then Sunday would be rest usually. Again, that will fluctuate. Sometimes I train twice a week. Sometimes I train 6 times a week. Sometimes I train 0 times a week. But the thing that's always consistent for me is my walking. I will do that daily no matter what, because I know how important that is for my overall health. Try and create a little schedule this week that you can just try. You've got plenty of time to try this stuff out. Set a little schedule for yourself and see if you can show up each day and do that type of movement and notice how your body feels after it, how much time you need to recover, and pay special attention to how your body is responding and all the signals it's giving you. Okay, we're now going to talk about hormonal phases and movement and what the best split is for women overall. I'm sat in my garden, and as you can see, this is Wes's side of the garden and this is mine. He has his braai, as they call it in South Africa, which is a barbecue. Okay, it's just a simple barbecue, but it's some kind of contraption. He's also got this thing, which is like a fire pit, but that's his side, okay? We just let him do his thing. And then over here we have my pride and joy. Look at it. The sauna. I'm obsessed. Like, obsessed beyond belief. I'm trying to do about 2 to 3 times a week, 20-minute sessions in there, and it just helps me switch off and relax because I can't have my phone in there. Me and Wes go in there, have a little chat, a little catch up. It is so good and great for like recovery and health optimization, all of that. And then this is the studio. We do a bit of work in there, but that's where I film my workouts, and we have like loads of different equipment in there that we have bring outside now and do our outdoor workouts. So yeah, I really love it. Anyway, if you hear some planes overhead and some trains, it's because we are near London Gatwick and Heathrow. Just any of you that want to know the transport links around here. As I've mentioned, it's really important that we talk about the different hormonal phases and how it affects us as women, because our hormones fluctuate like crazy, baby. And the more we understand it, the more we can use it to our advantage and actually work our training around those fluctuations, rather than trying to just push through, feeling fatigued, burnout, whatever. We can actually use it to our advantage. What works for you in one phase of your cycle and hormonal changes may not work for you in a different phase. That's why it's important to adapt. So first of all, let's talk about if you have a menstrual cycle, like if you have an actual period, and how that could look across the 28-day-ish cycle. Again, every woman is different. Every woman is going to respond differently to different stages of her cycle. Some of you might be on hormonal contraception and not experience this as much in the hormonal changes, because some contraception can suppress certain hormones and ovulation and all of that. but this is just a rough guideline that Stacey Sims, actually, who I think is incredible when it comes to women's health and training for athletes, has put out there into the world, and I'm going to share with you. Within our cycle, day 1 to day 14 is the follicular phase. This is when estrogen is rising, so you're going to start building that confidence, you're going to start building that energy. This is a great time to be doing strength training, HIIT training, and studies actually show that in this phase, strength training helps boost metabolism, support muscle recovery, and even enhance muscle growth. So a great time to be pushing a little bit harder. Again, not everyone feels incredible in this phase, but a lot of the time it is when energy is building and you can use that to your advantage. Halfway through your cycle, around day 14 is when ovulation happens, and that's when estrogen peaks. This is when often people get like a real surge of energy, they'll feel super sexy, super confident, they'll look like they're glowing as well. And this is a really good time to do like your higher intensity workouts. If you have like a training schedule, you're working towards like a goal, it's a really good time to really utilize all the extra energy and strength and power that you have. Some people get a bit of fatigue or a bit of pain around the ovulation, just pre-ovulation. I actually experienced that, and I tend to get like a little bit of a dip and then a surge. So again, listen to your body, understand the different signals and the different kind of symptoms you experience, and then utilize that within your routine. Then after ovulation is when we go into the luteal phase. This is when progesterone, the other hormone, starts to rise, and you might start feeling a little bit more fatigued, which is why it's really important to listen to your body. As with everything I tell you guys, listening to your body is the #1 top tip. If you don't do that and you just follow what someone else is doing or what you think you should be doing, you're not going to be working out for what's best for you and not getting the results that you want. If you are feeling more fatigued, just focus on lower intensity movement, something like walking, Pilates, stretching, swimming, because they help to lower cortisol, reduce inflammation, they just relax the body, it's much more restorative, and sometimes that's what your body is needing as it's going towards your actual bleed when you are bleeding. So the luteal phase is leading into that, and then the menstruation, which is your bleed, happens, and often none of us want to work out during that phase. We just want to be on the sofa, chilling, doing nothing, eating everything in sight. Right now I'm in that period, I'm so hungry, everything I see, I'm inhaling. So if you're in that phase and you don't want to really be training, don't push yourself, know that you can pull back slightly, and then when it comes to the following week, when your estrogen starts to increase again and your energy starts to increase, you can start to implement your routine again. The main thing I'd love you all to do is to track how you're feeling over the next month. Literally get like a piece of paper or your notes app or a diary and literally track how you're feeling energy-wise, strength-wise, motivation every single day. And you start to become in tune with your cycle. And if you want to use an app like Flow's really good, Clue's really good, you can start to see when you're obviously going into different phases, and then you can monitor how you're feeling in your body. Don't just listen to these guidelines, work out how you feel in the different phases. Then to quickly touch on menopause, because I know many of you that are watching are peri or post in the middle of the chaos, and it is chaos because as women we just don't have an easy ride, do we? When you are going into menopause, that is when your hormone levels start to fluctuate even more and actually start to decline. When they decline, there's a whole new wave of symptoms that come with it. But 3 of the things you can do to support your body when it comes to training, without a doubt, strength training. All of the clients that I train that are in this phase, I am hammering home the importance of strength training, and we are doing it at least twice a week. Super important to maintain bone density because hormone fluctuations can reduce that, and then also to combat muscle loss, because again, as we age in general, we will start to see a decline in our muscle mass. So maintaining that through good strength training is key, and you want to be pushing hard. So rather than just going for a lot of reps and a light weight, you want to be going for fewer reps, so kind of the 8 to 10 max range of reps with heavy weights, pushing yourself. Don't be scared to push yourself. You are strong, powerful ladies. Start lifting heavy and start challenging yourself at least twice, if not 3 times a week with the strength training. HIIT training, your high intensity interval training, is amazing again for cardiovascular health, which is really important to maintain as we age, and also manage weight gain, which can be associated with menopause. Now obviously exercise alone is not going to make you lose weight. It's a whole 360 approach, your diet, your recovery, training, all of it, but it is really beneficial to do that high intensity interval work for your heart health to increase your energy expenditure. A mixture of strength and low intensity activities is that perfect sweet spot for women's health, in my opinion. Hey, I'm now going to answer some of your questions. I'm actually going to go on a little walk again and just answer some of your questions on the go. So number 1, is HIIT training good for our hormones? Fantastic question, Karen. It wasn't from Karen, but if it was, a fantastic question. High intensity interval training, amazing for us in short bursts. Loads of benefits for our cardiovascular system, heart heart health, lungs, all of that. However, too much of it can wreak havoc with our hormones. That is because HIIT training increases cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. Too much cortisol can cause issues for our hormonal balance. It can also cause issues with sleep and also inflammation. A lot of the time you will see people that slam classes in London like Barry's or One Rebel, they look inflamed. That's because they're not letting their bodies down regulate enough and recover enough between these high intensity sessions. The body just holds on to all this stress. And especially in the luteal phase, the latter part of your cycle, when cortisol can naturally be higher anyway, it's important to not overdo it in that phase. I know you might want to consider doing your HIIT sessions more in the phase when you have more energy and you feel less stressed. Okay, how do I know if I'm overtraining? Love this one. Overtraining can often sneak up on us without even realizing, and it hits us when we get that burnout. And some of the symptoms to look out for are persistent fatigue, like you're always feeling tired and not really feeling that recovered. Mood swings, I know we have them because of our hormones, ladies, but more intense mood swings. Irregular periods can be a big one, so if you have got regular periods and suddenly it goes out of whack, be mindful of that. Sleep disturbances, if you're not getting consistent sleep and you're really struggling to get that downtime and that proper deep rest. If you're noticing any changes to how you're feeling your overall well-being, it might be time to consider pulling back your training regime just for a bit, taking a few more rest days, letting yourself recover. People think that rest days mean no progress. Actually, the rest days is when your body adapts and makes the most progress. If you don't rest, your body actually won't make progress and recover, and you won't see results that you want. What if I don't have time for 30 minutes of exercise each day? Love it. This is such a good question because this is very relatable. Lots of people don't have that time. You see people going to the gym for like 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, and people are like, how? Do you have a life? Do you have responsibilities? Kids? No, none of it. So a lot of people that you will watch online will be trainers, and their job is to literally work out every day. So if you haven't got that time in your day, it doesn't matter. The key is consistency. Can you fit 10 or 15 minutes into your day in terms of like an online workout, going for a run, your walk? What can you fit into your day? And make sure you stick to that. Like, don't allow your diary to flex too much where you don't prioritize yourself. Just like you schedule a meeting into your diary, schedule that movement time. And if it's 15 minutes a day, but you can do it 6 times a week, unbelievable. That's what you need to focus on. Should I be focusing more on cardio or strength training for hormonal balance? Great one. The answer is both are important. Strength training helps to build muscle, improve bone density, and it can support metabolism. Really, really good for cortisol regulation, so your stress regulation. And then cardio, like cycling, running, on any kind of machine at the gym, that's going to support your cardiovascular health and your heart health overall. And they're both really, really important. I love LISS, which is low intensity, steady state cardio. Really, really good, again, for that lower intensity, less impact on your joints. And you can do that for like a prolonged period of time. So I can often go to the gym and just sit on a bike, answer my emails for like 45 minutes. So the perfect mix is both of them, really. And in the video, I actually explained the perfect split. If you guys want to go back and watch that part, now I'm going to carry on with my walk. Any other questions you have, drop them in the comments. I'll try and answer as much as I can. But again, this stuff is a lot of trial and error, understanding your body, experimenting, seeing what works, and just working on thriving as a woman, because we deserve that.